The Premier League is nearly upon us, so might as well do a prediction just to settle us in. And this could go terribly wrong, or I could end up looking like a genius. So hopefully the second one, but let's go see how it goes. 10th, solid for Palace. Another year of Vieira as well. Fans are getting behind them. Let's see how it goes. 9th place is Aston Villa. Now, Aston Villa going to have another year of Gerrard. They're going to have another year of Coutinho as well. The signings they have made, unreal. You've got Diego Carlos from Sevilla. You've got Kamara from Marseille. You've got Olsen from Roma. And you've got Augustinsson from Sevilla. That's pretty good. And the only significant departure, realistically, is Target isn't coming back. He's staying in Newcastle. Don't think they've quite got enough to get past 9th, but to get into the top half, that's a decent team. I will be surprised. If they don't, let me know what I should do if Villa don't get into the top half. Comment down below. 8th place, Leicester. Now, Leicester have 0 signings. None. Absolutely nothing. Dennis Pratt has returned from loan. But he's a good player, yes. I really can't see anything else happening, though. They don't have European football, so I guess that counts as it. They don't have Lookman, but he didn't really play towards the end of the season. Maybe Vardy's fitness is going to be called into question. Who knows? But I think 8th place, that's solid for them. Again, no European football, and they will be trying to rectify that, but I don't think they're going to make it up in the Premier League. I think FA Cup's the only way they're going to be able to get European football next season. 7th place, in the European spots, once again, is West Ham. Yes, it's the same as last season, but that's because they've not really changed things about. They've got Scamacca from Italy, who's going to be quite a player for them if he plays. I don't know if he's going to get ahead of Antonio though. Areola's going to be there on a permanent now, so he should have a bit more headspace, and I would actually prefer to see him starting over Fabianski. They've let Masuaku go out on loan. Good auxiliary player, never really got any consistent game time, so not too big of an issue. But if you compare it to I think 7th is a good spot compared to the teams ahead of them, because next up in 6th I've got Arsenal. Now Arsenal have had a brilliant transfer window, and 6th place probably doesn't do much injustice. Arsenal fans, let me know your opinion on this, because I doubt you'll agree with me. They've got Zinchenko, Jesus, Vieira, and Saliba's returned from loan. Leno and Lacazette, the only 2 major players leaving. It's a good set of players, and the signings are quality. But I don't think they're going to be able to get past. Number 5 is Chelsea. So Chelsea have signed some good players. I mean, Raheem Sterling, he's 27? That's a perfect signing. He's got a lot of England caps, a lot of England goals. How he's played for City has been unbelievable. So he is going to be one hell of a signing. Kalidou Koulibaly has come in, really backed himself, you can tell, because he's got John Terry's shirt number, and I think that is going to be a big boost. But they've lost Rudiger and Christensen, and Lukaku, who is actually quite clinical if you play him in the right system, which I think is something that they just weren't doing. You've got Havertz playing as, is he playing as a number 9 or a false 9? Who knows? Is he playing as a number 10 and someone else is playing as a striker? I think there's so much uncertainty that I can't put them past 5th. but it's quite a surprise to see how sort of little they've done this summer. But speaking of surprises, in 4th place, Tottenham Hotspur. Yes, it's the same as last season, but the competition they've got, this will be impressive, and I think they will challenge more for the position of 3rd place. I think it's going to be such a bigger contest this season than it was last. It's so many teams that are so much better. And also, they've got a full season of Antonio Conte, who won the league in his first full season at Chelsea. Won the league, Inter. Started off the Juventus league-winning marathon. And they've brought in some quality, decent signings. They've got Richarlison as a backup striker. Maybe start sub-front because he can play on the right or the left. They've got Yves Bissouma to play presumably alongside Højbjerg in the absence of Winks. You've got Jed Spence, young, explosive right back, really going to push Doherty and Emerson Royale. You've got Ivan Perisic, who's really going to push Sessegnon and Reguilon. But I think he's actually going to start rather than push players beyond him. And then there's Clement Lenglet, who's going to play alongside Cuti Romero and presumably the 3 at the back, Master Eric Dyer. I think that's a good centre-back 3. And they've got Fraser Forster as the backup goalkeeper. Champions League though, so he's probably not going to play European football. It's been a brilliant summer for Tottenham Hotspur, but I think 4th their ceiling when you compare them to 3rd place. It's Manchester United. Now I know you're going to call me biased in the comment. I dare you to. Please don't. I need this. I know you're going to call me biased, a biased United fan, but Erik Ten Hag, he learns under Pep Guardiola, and he's just going to take the Premier League by storm. You are not ready for this season. Lisandro Martinez, top class centre back. Okay, he's like 5'7", 5'6". Cannavaro wasn't that tall. Cannavaro was like 5'7". Mascherano was like 5'7". You don't have to be tall to be a top class centre back. I know it's quite a leap comparing him to the likes of Mascherano and Cannavaro, some of the best players. But you don't have to be tall to be a brilliant centre-back. And he's got that in him. So my one issue is the strength around the midfield. There needs to be someone like Frankie de Jong. It's not Frankie, it's Frankie. Look it up. Frankie de Jong or Ruben Neves. Renato Sanchez was mentioned. There has to be someone. Because Eriksen is not a holding midfielder, he's not a box-to-box, he's a number 10. Just because he has a centre mid card on FIFA doesn't make him a box-to-box midfielder. Van der Beek is played best as a number 10 or a false 9. He can play as a number 8, he can play in that centre mid role, but it's not his best position, and he's definitely not a CDM, a holding midfielder. So I think that holding midfielder position, the security of it, how McTominay and Garner are probably going to juggle that between the two of them alongside Fred. I think that will be quite telling, and that will be the squad's biggest limitation going into the season. But it's not going to be too big of an issue in my opinion. I think 3rd is reachable. Optimistic, but reachable. 3rd place is going to be a long way off 2nd. And in 2nd it's Liverpool. Mane will be a big miss, but they've got Diaz, who's been brilliant, Nunes, who's actually his Portuguese stats weren't too dissimilar to the likes of Raul Jimenez, but he's still playing under Jurgen Klopp, who can make pretty much anyone better. They won't be able to get past champions of the Premier League, Manchester City, Pep Guardiola. I think this will be his last season, I think. I don't know if he's got another year on his contract after this one, but to get the three-peat, it's something that Sir Alex Ferguson did, and I believe that Pep Guardiola is going to do it. It's going to be hard to watch. I don't think they'll go invincible. I think they will lose some games. And Erling Haaland, I don't actually rate as highly as some people do. That's for another video though. There's Grealish has got another year to prove himself. Foden, magnificent. Mahrez, we'll see if he starts that much. Maybe Foden plays on the right a bit more. Sterling leaving frees up some of those other players. They've got Phillips as well, phenomenal player. I think this is City's to lose, and I don't think they will lose it. Thank you for everybody for watching this video. Leave a like, comment and subscribe. Ring the notification bell so you get updated every time we upload. And I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.